everyone, welcome back. We're diving deep today
Deep, deep.
into some really fascinating stuff, actually.
Yeah.
A collection of notes
Okay.
and a PDF called Timeless Wisdom, Life-Changing Lessons from a Father's Journey plus Bonus Truths.
Interesting.
So it's kind of like this blend of personal stories
Right.
and practical advice.
Yeah.
Almost like,
Like a mentor.
yeah, like a mentor.
So
Exactly.
it's someone who's like been there, done that.
Yeah, exactly. Someone who's seen it all.
That's cool. What kind of stuff does it cover?
Well, a huge range, actually. Relationships, career choices, even like,
Modern world.
the tricky world of social media.
Oh, yeah, that's a jungle out there.
It is. And dating, too.
Oh, wow. So like the whole spectrum of life.
It really is. And even gets into some really interesting, ideas, like selfish years.
Selfish years.
Yeah, and the power of keeping your moves silent.
Silent moves.
Yeah.
That's intriguing.
Right. Those really, piqued my interest.
Well, let's unpack some of that.
Yes.
Maybe we could start with one of the big themes that runs through everything.
Right.
This idea of, embracing uncertainty.
Ah, yeah.
The author really emphasizes that life rarely goes according to plan.
Right.
And instead of fighting against that, we should kind of learn to adapt.
Go with the flow.
Yeah, flow with it.
I love that. That
Yeah.
analogy of life as a river.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes it's calm.
Right.
Sometimes it's like wild rapids. But
Totally.
it's always moving.
Yeah. It's a great visual, I think.
It is. It reminds us we can't control everything,
Right.
but we can control how we respond.
To the current. Exactly.
Yeah. So instead of clinging to expectations, we can cultivate
Flexibility.
resilience.
Ah, okay. Yeah. But how do we actually do that, though? When things go off the rails?
It's easy to get swept up in frustration.
Oh, for sure. Well, that's where the source connects this idea to things like Buddhist non-attachment.
All right.
It's not about being passive,
Right.
but about recognizing that clinging to expectations only creates suffering.
When those expectations aren't met.
Exactly.
Right, yeah.
Think of Steve Jobs. He couldn't have predicted his career path, but he embraced the twists and turns.
Right, yeah. And looking back, he saw how those...
Dots connected.
Yeah, the dots connected.
Yeah, to create something meaningful.
Okay, so it's not just blindly going with the flow,
No.
but being open to new possibilities.
Yeah.
And trusting that even setbacks can lead to something better.
Ultimately, yeah.
That makes me feel a bit more,
Hopeful.
hopeful about those unexpected challenges.
I like that. Now, on the flip side of that,
Okay.
embracing the unpredictable,
Right.
the source also gives a warning
Oh.
against holding on to bitterness.
Bitterness.
Yeah, it argues that resentment
Mhm.
is like drinking poison
Oh.
and expecting the other person to suffer.
Right.
It's self-destructive.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah.
Holding on to anger, resentment, it really does, eat away at you.
From the inside.
Yeah. It's almost like
Like they're living rent-free in your head.
exactly.
Yeah.
The source suggests gratitude as the antidote,
Oh, interesting.
shifting the focus to appreciation and positivity.
Okay, but isn't that a little oversimplified?
Yeah, I was going to say, what if...
What if the situation is still going on?
Yeah. It's hard to feel grateful when you're in the thick of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair. It's not about ignoring those feelings. It's more about recognizing that, we can't always control what happens,
Right.
but we can choose how we respond.
Internally.
Yes. So gratitude. It's not denying the negative,
Right.
but actively appreciating the positive.
Even in the midst of challenges.
Exactly. And if you connect that to the bigger picture, it can actually shift your perspective from scarcity. Abundance. It's like retraining your brain to focus on what you have.
Not what's missing.
Yeah.
I see. So it's not about,
Toxic positivity.
yeah, toxic positivity
Yeah.
or ignoring,
Legitimate grievances.
Yeah.
It's more about where you direct your attention.
consciously choosing.
Yes.
I could see how that could be powerful
Yeah.
for getting through tough times
Without being weighed down.
by bitterness.
Exactly. Now, shifting gears a bit,
Okay.
the source gets into relationships.
Yeah.
Supportive relationships, especially partners. There's this bold statement, actually. It says, dating a supportive woman is everything.
Wow. All right.
But then it throws in this other advice.
Okay.
Being a good person doesn't get you loved. It gets you used.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's interesting.
It is, isn't it?
It seems like it's saying to seek supportive relationship, but also to set boundaries.
Right. To prevent being taken advantage of.
Yeah. How do you balance those two things, though?
It's tricky.
Yeah.
The source seems to be saying that being good,
Yeah.
shouldn't mean being a pushover.
Right.
It's about recognizing your own worth and setting limits.
Even in loving relationships.
Yes. It reminds me of Esther Perel.
Oh, yeah.
She says love isn't a free pass to lose yourself.
Right. You can love deeply without compromising.
Your needs, your values.
Right. So it's not about being like cold or closed off.
Yeah, no.
But being
discerning.
Yeah, discerning and protecting yourself.
Exactly. Especially because,
you could end up resentful.
Yes, if you're constantly prioritizing someone else.
Right, right. Okay, so building on that.
Yeah.
Self-awareness. The source talks about honesty.
Oh, interesting.
Especially self-honesty.
Oh, okay.
It says lying to yourself is the biggest roadblock to success.
Wow.
It compares it to drinking poison and hoping your enemy dies.
Oh, that's a powerful image.
It is, right.
It highlights the self-destructive nature of denial.
Yeah, I guess it's saying you can't build a solid foundation on a bed of lies.
Even if those lies are to yourself.
Right, exactly.
So self-honesty.
Yeah.
It's essential for growth. We need to acknowledge our strengths, our weaknesses, our values.
To make sure we're
living in alignment with our true selves.
Yes. Without that self-knowledge, it's easy to get derailed.
By external pressure.
Yeah, external pressures.
Yeah.
And make choices that
lead you further away from what you want.
Yes. Think about it. If you keep telling yourself you're fine, but you're actually miserable.
Oh, yeah.
You're blocking yourself from making changes.
That could lead to happiness.
Exactly. It's like staying in a dead-end job.
Oh, yeah.
Because you tell yourself you're content.
Right.
But deep down.
You're yearning for something more.
Yes. It's only by being honest with ourselves, about our true feelings, our desires.
Yeah.
That we can make choices that
align with our authentic selves.
Yes.
I like that. And speaking of making choices.
Okay.
The source has a lot to say about prioritizing our own aspirations.
Okay.
Over chasing approval.
Oh, interesting.
There's a simple statement. Chase goals, not people.
Chase goals, not people. Okay, so
it's not about becoming a lone wolf, right?
Right.
Or shutting ourselves off from relationships.
I think it's more about focusing our energy
on what we can control.
Exactly. Our action.
It's our goals.
Right. Instead of constantly seeking
validation from others.
Yeah, validation from others.
Think about Elon Musk. He's laser focused on getting to Mars.
Right.
He's not chasing investors.
Or trying to please everyone.
Yeah.
He's driven by his vision.
And that's what makes him
compelling.
Yes.
I love that. It's like if you build something captivating, whether it's a career, a project, the right people will be drawn to it.
You become a magnet.
Yeah. You attract those who share your
vision,
values, instead of trying to fit into
someone else's mold.
Exactly.
Now, this next one.
Okay.
Your 20s are your selfish years. Build yourself, choose yourself first at all costs.
Selfish years.
Yeah. I know that word can be
loaded.
Yeah, it can.
But I think they're using it strategically.
I think so, too. It's not about being self-centered.
All right.
Or disregarding others.
Yeah, but more about
recognizing your 20s are a crucial time.
For laying the foundation.
Yes. For your future. Making choices that
prioritize growth.
Yes. Development.
Right.
So you can build a solid base.
For the years to come.
Exactly.
So it's like a reframe of selfish.
It is.
It's about intentional self-investment.
Yes. It's the time to, hone your skills, gain knowledge.
Explore different paths.
Yeah, and really understand yourself.
Right. It's not being reckless.
No.
But making choices that align with
your long-term goals.
Yeah. Even if those choices are
unconventional.
Yeah. Or require sacrifice.
In the short term.
So investing in ourselves now benefits everyone in the long run.
It does. By building that foundation.
We're better equipped to contribute to
our relationships,
our careers, the world around us.
I like that.
Now, this next one is,
yeah,
it's a little different.
Okay.
It says, Detachment is power. Release anything that doesn't bring you peace.
Detachment.
Yeah, I have to admit,
Yeah.
that one threw me off a bit at first.
I can see why it sounds a little...
Cold.
Yeah, cold and distant.
Right. Which seems to contradict,
The supportive relationships thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I think there's more to it.
Oh, absolutely. It's not about being emotionally detached
Okay.
or indifferent to the world.
Right?
It's about a different kind of detachment.
Oh, okay.
It's mental and emotional freedom that comes from letting go, things that don't serve you.
That makes more sense.
Yeah.
So it could be like toxic relationships, limiting beliefs.
Yeah.
Even like social media envy.
Oh, for sure.
The need for validation.
Right.
So it's not about shutting down emotions.
No.
Or being apathetic.
But about inner peace.
Stability.
By letting go of what's dragging you down.
Yeah, I can see how that's empowering.
It is, isn't it?
The source even mentions mindfulness.
Oh, interesting.
As a tool for this kind of detachment.
Okay.
It's about observing your thoughts and feelings.
Without judgment.
Yeah, without judgment. Allowing you to step back from their power.
So you can choose how to respond.
Yes, instead of being ruled by them.
That's a great point.
It's like creating space.
Yeah.
Between your thoughts.
In your reactions.
Yeah. It gives you the freedom to choose how you engage.
With the world around you.
Exactly.
Well,
which is super valuable.
Yeah.
In today's world.
It can feel overwhelming sometimes.
It really can.
Speaking of overwhelming,
Yeah.
the source has this advice about keeping your aspirations private.
Private.
It says, and I quote, "Don't announce your moves until they're sealed."
Whoa, okay. Why keep things under wraps?
Right. It's counterintuitive to, like...
social media culture.
Exactly. But I think it's about protecting your energy.
Ah, okay.
And avoiding judgment.
From others.
Yeah. When you share your dreams too early.
You open yourself up to...
criticism, doubt.
sabotage even.
Yeah, if people don't share your vision.
It's like...
exposing a delicate seed to harsh weather.
Yeah. Before it's had a chance to...
take root.
Yes, take root. I can definitely relate to that,
Yeah.
That feeling of vulnerability.
When you share a new idea.
Especially if it's something like outside the norm.
Right. It's easy to get discouraged.
If you don't get the support.
That you were hoping for.
Exactly. So I think the source is advocating for...
creating a safe space. Yeah.
For your dreams to...
germinate.
Yeah, to germinate and grow.
Without the pressure of...
expectations.
Yeah, external expectations.
Negativity.
It's about channeling your energy into,
action.
Yeah, focused effort, not seeking validation.
It's like nurturing a seed in private until it's...
strong enough to break through the soil.
Yes. I love that imagery.
Yeah. It's powerful.
So it's about creating a fertile inner landscape.
I like that.
Where your ideas can take root.
Yeah.
Without being, like, trampled on.
Or criticized too early.
Exactly.
It's about trusting the process, giving yourself space.
To experiment, make mistakes.
Yeah, and refine your vision without that constant scrutiny.
Right. Sometimes the most impactful moves are made in silence.
Away from the noise of the world.
It's about inner confidence.
Yeah.
Trusting your intuition.
Instead of seeking validation.
Right. True strength comes from within.
Absolutely. And speaking of thoughtful action, intentional communication, this gem from the source.
Right.
Only speak when your words are more beautiful than your silence.
Wow. Okay, that is...
quite a statement.
It is. It's such a powerful reminder.
About the impact of our words.
Yeah, and choosing them carefully.
It's not about staying silent all the time.
Right.
But making sure they...
add value.
Yes. Offering support.
Wow.
Sharing knowledge.
Expressing kindness.
Sometimes silence can be just as powerful.
It's about being mindful of the energy we bring to interactions. And making sure our words... contribute positively.
Not adding to the noise and chaos.
Yeah. It's intentionality.
Yes. Pausing.
Reflecting.
Before you speak.
Making sure your words align with...
your values.
Yeah, your values. And your desired impact.
Well said. Our words have the power to,
uplift,
inspire, even heal.
Sometimes the most powerful message
is through silence.
I love that. And on that note
of
thoughtful reflection, I think it's a good place to pause. Okay. We've covered a lot.
We have.
But there's still so much more.
In this treasure trove of wisdom.
Yeah.
Welcome back. So before the break, we were talking about choosing our words carefully. And the power of detachment, right? Letting go of things that don't serve us.
Yeah, that was powerful stuff.
It was. Now, the source has like all these other nuggets of wisdom.
Oh, yeah.
Especially about how we interact with others.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, so one that really jumped out at me was prioritizing your own well-being, specifically within the family.
Oh, interesting.
Before you extend help to others.
Like that saying, you can't pour from an empty cup.
Exactly.
Yeah, if you're running on fumes, like...
You can't really help anyone, right? So self-care.
Yeah.
It's not selfish.
It's essential.
Yes, to be able to show up for others.
In a meaningful way.
The source is saying, secure your own oxygen mask first.
Before assisting others.
Right. It's about setting those healthy boundaries.
You can't be everything to everyone.
No, you can't. Now, another one that stood out.
Yeah.
The emphasis on hard work.
Oh, interesting.
It says, what comes easy won't last. What lasts won't come easy.
Oh, yeah. The no pain, no gain philosophy.
Right. I've always had a bit of a love-hate relationship with that.
Me too. Me too. But the source seems to be saying, effort and perseverance.
They have inherent value.
Right. So achievements earned through hard work.
They're more fulfilling, more enduring.
Think about that feeling,
Yeah.
when you finish a tough project.
Oh, yeah.
Or reach a long-term goal.
That sense of accomplishment.
Yeah.
Knowing you put in the time and effort.
It's like, the journey itself becomes part of the reward.
The struggles, the setbacks.
They all make it richer.
Yeah. And you appreciate it more. Okay, now get ready for this next one.
Okay.
Because it's a bit controversial.
All right, hit me.
Normalize lying to people who ask you lots of questions about your personal life.
Whoa, okay. That's a lie.
I know, right?
It goes against everything we're taught about.
Honesty. Transparency.
Yeah. But is it really saying to, deceive people?
I don't think so. I think it's more about...
Boundaries.
Yes. Protecting your privacy.
So not being dishonest.
Right. But being selective.
With who you share information with.
Yes. Not everyone needs to know everything.
It's about self-preservation.
Exactly. It's like having a filter.
Yeah.
For what you let into your space.
Physical and emotional space.
Both. You decide who's in your inner circle.
How much you reveal. Because oversharing can lead to,
unwanted advice, judgment.
Drama, even.
It's about protecting your energy.
Yeah. And being mindful of where you invest it.
Okay. Another piece of advice.
Right.
This one's about forgiveness.
Okay.
The consequences of it.
Oh, interesting. In what context?
Romantic relationships. It cautions against repeatedly forgiving infidelity.
Oh, wow. That's a tough one. Because forgiveness is usually seen as a good thing, right?
It is, but I think the source is saying, prioritize your well-being.
Yeah.
Forgiveness shouldn't come at the expense of self-respect.
Right. Or safety.
It can be powerful for healing.
Yeah.
But it needs to be coupled with healthy boundaries.
Addressing the root causes.
Yes. It's not about condoning bad behavior.
But finding a path towards...
reconciliation. Growth.
Which sometimes means,
walking away.
Yeah. If it's not serving you.
It's an important distinction.
Forgiveness is a process.
Not a one-time event.
It's acknowledging the hurt, setting boundaries.
And making choices
Yeah.
that are right for you. It's about recognizing that sometimes the most loving thing you can do
is to walk away.
Even if it goes against expectations.
Societal pressures. Wow, that's powerful.
Now, this next one is about regret.
Regret.
Specifically in relationships that have ended.
Okay.
The source says, don't regret leaving certain people behind.
Even if they go on to be successful.
Yeah, even then. I think this is something a lot of people struggle with.
I know I do.
It's natural to wonder,
What if?
Yeah. Compare yourself to others.
Especially people you are close to.
But the source is saying, recognize your own worth.
Don't let their achievements diminish your choices.
Exactly. Trust your instinct.
Believe in your own path.
Even if it looks different.
Yeah. It's releasing the need to validate your choices based on,
someone else's trajectory.
Exactly. Comparison truly is the thief of joy.
It is. You can celebrate others' successes.
Without questioning your own past.
And speaking of forging your own path.
Yeah.
The source is big on standing firm in your values.
Even with peer pressure.
Especially then. It can be so hard.
Oh, I know. When you're young, especially.
Trying to fit in.
You just want to be accepted.
But the source encourages you to,
Embrace your individuality.
Yes. Have the courage to be yourself.
Even when it's not easy.
Or popular.
Because true belonging comes from...
authenticity.
Yeah. Embracing what makes you unique.
Yeah. Not trying to be someone you're not.
It's having the confidence to stand out.
Let your light shine.
Even if it means going against the grain.
The right people will love you for you.
Quirks and all.
Absolutely. Now let's talk about the workplace.
Okay.
There's this advice. Not everyone at your workplace is your friend. Do your job. Get paid. Go home.
Classic.
Right. I think it's about boundaries.
Professional boundaries.
Yes. You can be friendly.
Respectful.
But keep it professional.
Don't get caught up in the office politics.
Your primary purpose at work
is to fulfill your responsibilities.
Yes. Contribute to the company's goals.
Not to make best friends.
Exactly. Focus on your performance.
Your growth.
Without distractions.
Protect your energy.
Your time outside of work is precious.
For your own well-being.
Your interests.
Okay, so we've talked about relationships.
Personal and professional.
Self-care. Boundaries. Staying true to yourself.
It's a lot.
It is. Now, what about those bonus nuggets of wisdom?
Yeah. Oh, right. Those are interesting. It touches on Stoic philosophy.
Wait, really? We're going from, like, street smart advice to ancient philosophy.
I know, right? It's full of surprises.
I don't know much about Stoicism, but I hear it a lot these days.
It's popular again.
With mindfulness and all that.
Exactly. It emphasizes virtue, reason.
Living in accordance with nature.
Yeah. It also mentions Warren Buffett.
Oh, wow.
His strategies for prioritization.
So, like, focusing on the essential few things.
Yes. Eliminate distractions.
Okay, so identify what matters.
Cut through the noise.
Focus on what move you toward your goals.
Exactly. And his approach to investing, too.
Patience, discipline.
Long-term thinking. That can apply to anything, really.
What else? What other bonus wisdom?
This one's for you, given our talk about...
self-awareness.
Well,
vulnerability.
Yes. It mentions Brene Brown.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Her work on vulnerability.
Which says it's not a weakness.
Right. It's the key to courage. Connection.
Wholehearted living. This is getting meta.
I know, right?
Diving deep into a source.
That references other sources.
To dive even deeper into ourselves. It's like a
never-ending well of wisdom.
Exactly.
But that's the beauty of it.
It just sparks our curiosity.
To explore further.
Planting seeds of thought.
That could grow into something amazing.
Okay, so we've gone from
practical advice to philosophy.
To even deeper dives.
How do we synthesize all this?
Yeah, and actually use it.
That's what we'll explore in our final segment.
Okay, exciting.
Connecting the dots. Uncovering the themes.
I'm ready.
To understand what it means to live a life guided by wisdom, intentionality.
And a deep understanding of...
ourselves and the world around us.
All right, so we've been on this journey through timeless wisdom.
We have.
Uncertainty, detachment, boundaries, vulnerability. It's a lot to process.
It is.
But the big question is, what does it all mean for us?
Right. How do we take all this?
And actually use it.
In our lives. That's the key, isn't it?
It's easy to, like, get inspired.
Yeah. Read all the quotes. Listen to the advice. But then real life hits.
Exactly. It's like, wait, how do I actually do this?
I think one of the big takeaways here is personal responsibility.
Oh, interesting.
Throughout the source. This theme keeps coming up. Taking ownership. Right. Your thoughts, your actions, your life.
It's recognizing that we have the power to, like...
shape our reality.
Even when things feel crazy, out of control.
We're the architects of our own experience.
We can't always control what happens.
But we can choose how we respond.
How we see things. How we move forward.
It's empowering.
It's also kind of scary.
Right. It is a both hand.
Embracing that responsibility takes...
courage.
Self-awareness, too.
Yeah. It means we're not just, passive bystanders.
Right. We're active participants.
We have the power to choose, to create change.
So it's not about blaming yourself for everything.
No.
But recognizing that we have agency. We're not just...
victims of circumstance.
Exactly. And this ties back to, embracing uncertainty. Which can be scary.
It can. But if we accept that life is unpredictable, we can approach challenges differently.
With curiosity.
Resilience. Instead of fear.
Obstacles become opportunities.
Yeah. Like puzzles to solve.
Not roadblocks.
It's a shift.
In perspective.
Big time. Instead of why me?
Yeah.
It's what can I learn?
Or how can I use this to grow?
That's it. And that's where positive thinking comes in.
The power of mindset.
The source really emphasizes that.
Our thoughts impact our experiences.
Focus on possibility, abundance.
And you might attract better outcomes.
Like that saying, whether you think you can or you can't, you're right.
It all comes back to beliefs, expectations.
They shape reality. That's where practices like gratitude journaling, affirmations,
visualization.
They be powerful. They help you rewire your brain.
For positivity.
Create a better internal dialogue.
It's like actively choosing.
To focus on the good.
Even when it's tough.
Now let's go back to those selfish years.
Oh yeah, that was interesting.
Especially in your 20s. Prioritize self-development.
Invest in your future self. I like that.
It takes the sting out of selfish.
It's intentional.
Yes, self-investment.
A time for exploration, trying new things.
Honing skills, figuring out what you love.
It's building a foundation.
For the future.
Yeah.
Whether it's education, travel.
Taking risks. Or just understanding yourself.
Your aspirations.
And it's okay to prioritize that.
That's not actually selfish.
Because it benefits everyone in the long run.
Speaking of which,
yeah.
Remember the advice about appearance?
Oh, yeah. Investing in yourself.
Not for others. For you.
It's self-respect.
When you feel good, it shows.
Confidence. Self-worth.
Taking care of yourself.
Physically, emotionally, mentally. Self-care is not a luxury.
That's a necessity.
It's how we honor ourselves.
Yeah.
And show up as our best selves.
Let's bring it back to communication.
Okay.
Speaking only when your words are better than silence.
It's such a beautiful thought. The power of words. Choosing carefully.
What we say should contribute positively.
It's mindfulness. Intention.
Uplifting. Inspiring.
Not tearing down.
Sometimes the most powerful message
is silence. So wrapping up this deep dive, the message is empowerment.
Taking responsibility. Positive mindset. Investing in yourself.
Setting boundaries. Using your voice wisely.
Embracing uncertainty. Seeing challenges as opportunities.
Our thoughts shape our reality.
You're all works in progress.
Constantly evolving.
The journey matters.
As much as the destination.
So one last thought. The source talks about positive thinking. Action.
What if you picked one piece of advice from this?
To try this week. Which one resonated?
What small step could you take?
To see how it impacts your life. Share your thoughts.
Your experiences.
With us on social media. #TimelessWisdomDeepDive.
Keep learning, keep growing, keep diving deep.